Late gospel artist Sammy Okposo family don't release statements after im kpai, plus Apostle Apst Suleman don't give possible reasons why im kpai. My correct people dem no be small thing o. Gospel artists wey they call as Sammy Okposo, we know say the news come out yesterday say im don kpai. So clergyman wey they call as Apst Suleman don't come out con give possible reasons wey don make am kpai. My correct people dem no be small thing o. Even in family sef, they don release statements concerning the mattress. This news hit us, so it hit us very hard yesterday. Nobody expected it. We no hear any news saying they sick or anything before you know, you don't buy. It's so surprising. Well, my correct people, then before we move into wetin clergyman Apostle Suleman talk, make we read in family statement first, because in family they don't release statement about in kpai. It is with a heavy heart, but with total submission to God, that I announce the passing of our beloved husband, father, brother, uncle, minister of God, Sammy Okposo. Sammy slept and went to be with the Lord on the morning of Friday, November 25th, 2022. More details about the burial will be communicated soon. We are consoled because we know that he is with Jesus, singing with angels. We kindly request that the family is allowed to grieve peacefully at this time. Hector Okposo for the family. Yes, so they say me they allow me the family they grieve peacefully, because now it be like say when person just kpai like this, whoa. Cloud chasers go full everywhere, begin to they use the matter. They talk different things. They create different stories on top that very matters. So the family don't beg the general public. Say may they allow them. May they grieve peacefully. Now wow, a man of 51 years. It's a pity. May God accept his soul. Clergyman Apostle Suleman don't come out, can't talk. Because some reports say inquiry of complication from hypertension. So now, Apostle Suleman don't come out now, call the talk, say there's no love in the church, that the late Sammy Okposo come to Ram, tell her wetin they suffer, from the church after that scandal. He say na so two of them, they cry. For two grown-up men to hold yourself cry, na him be say the thing pass power. Only God know wetin tell Apostle Suleman wey two of them come dey cry like children like so. So now Apostle Suleman don come write say see, say love no dey church again. Make I read am for una. Say now they post his pictures but never reach out in his trying times. He told me what pastors did to him, and we both wept. Love has left the church. We have more lawyers who are ready to judge than intercessors ready to restore. Rest in power, my brother. You conquered. So many people come dey react say you no be the church. Why you no help am? You call allow kpai, now you come dey blame the church. So different reactions. Make I read them for una. First person say, after he told you what he was going through and you both wept, what exactly did you do to help him too? At least we didn't know what he was going through. You did, and all you could do is weep and move on. Look in the mirror, Sule. Your quote is talking to you. Then the second person say, kpai does not automatically absolve you or your wrongdoings. That is why we should strive to live a responsible life. There are consequences for living a reckless and irresponsible life, and it has absolutely nothing to do with the church. Even if your sins as a Christian, there is hellfire. God will not show you empathy. In kpai, Sule should sit this one out. Alright, the next person say, maybe I'm wrong. People kept saying they were judging him when he was alive, the moment he became a pastor, stroke minister. I think he should know that he did be seen as a role model, not a regular human again, and people would definitely look up to him. They preach against infidelity in the church. Infidelity is not acceptable by God. So when he did what he did, were people supposed to applaud him? Normal. They will let him realize what he did was bad. Then he will make amends, which he did, and everybody will move on. The next person say, wahala. Now you want to use this man matter to chase cloud. Meanwhile, your matter is in the fireworks. Plus, you don't know if God called him home because he was in the best standing with him at the moment. So you too try to be in right standing with God and not cloud chase. First person here said, to be honest, this is not necessary. You are guilty of the same thing you are condemning. If you use a person pie to make a point like this, I think prayer for the loved ones and RIP should suffice unless you feel say na you holy pass. Second say, Pastor Sulebiko, what did you do to reconcile him and the pastors he reported to you? Since you are talking about love, did you just cancel him and said it is well, or you join him in making bad comments about the same pastors? Please, let's stop blaming the living whenever someone close to us passes on. Alright, the next person say, the way una dey blame the living anytime someone kpai in this country, eh? The last person say, you wey him reach out to now, only weep you weep for him. Why you no help am? Shebi you get money for bulletproof car. Sammy Okposo don't buy. The best thing now making get right standing with God. It doesn't matter how many years when you live on earth as a human. The level there be say one day that cold hand of daddy go touch everybody. So my correct people, them journalists, we don't provoke, cut talk out. Say this is when everybody they talk. Say depression sick by am. Can't give some details wey make me feel like say it be like say she know am personally. She herself, she be journalist, media and communication expert, trainer. You know, she dey into journalism. So for her to put up this information, I feel maybe she know them or she don't hear them from a reliable source. So she said, please, this narrative is so wrong. Sammy Okposo died from complications due to hypertension. He had 2 concerts back-to-back in London and Lagos Logic Center. Sam didn't die of depression. His wife didn't leave him after his infidelity. He made peace with his baby mama and is in his son's life. His relationship with his daughter was good. His church and friends remained. The only people that abandoned him were the online speculators of people's life. Man had been battling high BP for years, long before his scandal. No need for this sermon. Meanwhile, what he did was wrong and he was cheated for it, but it doesn't take away the pain that he has died. He was a talented music minister who erred like the rest of us. No one pats you on the back for what he did, and no one danced when anyone by. Wow. He made peace with his baby mama. He was now in the child's life. His wife forgave him. Pastors and ministers forgave him. He still had concerts, back to back and all. Well, my important thing is say he don't make peace with God. Now that one nine sure pass. Some people no ever live fit change until they get that kind of public disgrace. I believe say it happen for good and for his own benefit. Like now where Baba God don't call him home now. I'm sure he has a right standing with God. Because now that one sure pass. Alright, so thank you for watching. Una stay beautiful. Una bye.